Hi, welcome to Advantage Horsemanship TV. Today we're going to be working on our next session with our off-the-track Thoroughbred in our 8-part series, so make sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back. Scott Purdom here. I'd like to explain the Bitless halter. It's got many great features, from a thin, stiff rope that gets horses off of pressure quickly and easily. It has a twisted pole piece that does the same thing. The snap, once you size it once to your horse, it makes it easier for you to take on and off. But the piece that really makes this product set apart from others is the strap that goes underneath the chin. What this does when you tie the reins to it, it works as leverage, pulls down over the top part of the nose, works exactly like a bit does. So if you want to go bitless, this is the tool for you. Well, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing our next session in our 8-part series of rehabilitating an off-the-track Thoroughbred. Again, welcoming back Yogi. I'm going to tell you guys very honestly, this is going to be a great series, and you know, it's really been shaping up to be a great series. We've done a lot of groundwork so far with the horse. We have not been riding the horse yet. Today we're going to be showing our first ride, but you know what's really great about this series? It's going to be really true to what you all at home might do with your horse. I'm going to be very honest with you and tell you, we've worked the horse several hours already. I don't remember exactly how many hours we're into it just yet right now, but I will tell you that since our last show, the horse has pretty much been off without very much work. We did a little bit of work. We had an obstacle clinic here, and so I had one of my interns take the horse through the obstacle clinic. She did really well, so I'm going to show you at least what she does with one of the obstacles that are still out here. And she's done maybe 2 other sessions, groundwork sessions, since our last shoot. Very short, very easy, not a lot of work done with her, and it's been about 2 weeks' time since we've messed with her. So there's been some time overlap. So what you're really going to be able to see is this method and how it really relates and works to the horse, even if you haven't had the opportunity to work with the horse every single day, 5 days a week. And it's very important because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to work with their horse 5 days a week, a couple hours a day. They only get to work with their horse a couple days a week, if that, or maybe even 1 day a week or every other week, just because of circumstances, life gets in the way, etc. So we're going to go ahead and start working with this horse. We've done a little bit of groundwork before we started shooting, just to make sure that she was kind of listening in. I'm going to tell you it's probably the coldest day here on record. I think they said in Maryland it's supposed to be the coldest on record for the last 5 years, something like that. Anyway, so it's quite chilly out here. The horses are feeling quite frisky and good. Of course, this is the day we decide to go ahead and film. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start working on getting on her. If you remember on our last show, we had a little bit of issue with her when you started getting into the saddle. Let me just make sure that the girth is nice and tight. I'm going to make sure that she can flex her head here to the side. That's it. This flexion here does a nice job of getting her to get a little bit softer and also stand still when we're trying to get on her. We did a little bit last time with our approach and retreat where we'd put our foot up in the stirrup, and then walk away. Come back, put her foot up in the stirrup, and see how she did since the last time. Not bad. Last time we were shooting, she had quite an issue with this, just allowing me to get one foot in the stirrup and all the way up. Again, you can do this with a mounting block. You don't have to do it from the ground. She's pretty tall too. I might choose a mounting block. I'm going to flex that head to the side here and make sure that she stops before I get down. As soon as she stands there, I retreat. Okay, now this is something to do on both sides. We're not going to spend a lot of time with this here. And the reason we're not spending a lot of time is because this is only a half-hour show. So I'm going to go ahead and get on her for the first time. I've been battling a cold, so if you hear me sniffle or cough, my apologies. I think the 4-year-old got us all sick somehow from school through the holidays. That's it. Good girl. She's doing quite well here. She moves around a little bit, no big deal. Now you're going to notice I decided against putting a bit in her mouth. I'm using our Bitless halter. And the reason I'm using this is because I really feel that horses understand once they get used to a certain type of pressure with that halter, it's easy for them to understand when you get on them how to get off that pressure the same exact way. So I'm going to ride her for the first time. I don't think she's ever gone bitless before. I'm going to ride her for the first time in the bitless. Some people ask, do I have the same amount of control? You guys can be the judge of that throughout this show. Now, the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and ask her to walk forward. I'm going to put her in about the same size lunging circle that I had, because I want to start working on steering right off the bat. There we go. So I want to just put her in the same size lunging circle. Her steering is going to be a little drunk to begin with, not a big deal. But I want her to associate what we've done with her so far. I want her to associate the same circle that we've done we've lunged her in. I want her to come here and stop for me. Just going to do a one-range stop here. I don't do a lot of these one-range stops. I only do a little bit here just because she was pulling real hard on me there to the right. So I did a one-range stop only to get her softer to the pressure. One-range stops are great for emergencies if need be. They don't always teach your horse everything. They need to just help get the horse a little bit softer. So what I'm going to do is just kind of put her in this lunging size circle and guide her around because she's used to it. Now, because she has been ridden many times before, thank you. Because she's been ridden many times before, she's created many habits. See, most of the time, the habits that horses create are by reason of what we've created as humans. We are the ones who've created most riding issues, and we need to be the one to fix that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of put her in a circle, and she's actually doing quite well. She's pulling me a lot here because she wants to go back to the gate, and she knows the difference between a horse like this is very good at noticing the difference between when I'm on the ground and when I'm riding. Good. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be pulling and releasing, keeping her with a slight bend to her body if I can. She's really kind of stiff up here. Putting a slight bend to her body while she's moving forward and around. I'm going to make my circle a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. But I like to work on the steering right away. I find that that's very important to keep them understanding that I'm the leader up here. Good. I'm not worried about her running off with me. I think we've done enough work that she may not run off with me. If she does try to, we can still work on that. But I'm not worried about that. That's not why we're going in a small circle. We're only going because I like every step that you do to have meaning. When you first get up here, when you start walking around, if you were to just let her go wherever she wants or just take the arena huge or go around the whole arena right off the bat, a lot of times, that doesn't mean that can't work, but a lot of times what will happen is they'll get very confused because they've never been allowed to just have to just go wherever when you've done your groundwork with them. Most of the time it's always in hand. You do round pen work or you whatnot. You don't just let them free in an open field as much. Now, again, it's not a bad thing to let them free either. Okay, I'm just kind of showing you from this part how to do it if you've been, you have a round pen and you're attached to them on the line and how to go into an open area that you can feel safe. If it was just me training here, I would probably go ahead and put her in a big open circle, but I'm trying to get the point across by keeping it small. Now she's walking very well. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up to a trot and see how she does for the first time trotting. She seems pretty easy about that. Oh, I think we found a little bit of attitude. I don't know if those are loving eyes or... I think we found a sweet spot here, huh? Now, the beauty about this is she's not thrilled about me right this second. I want you to know I'm not thrilled about her either, but I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to get harsh. I'm just going to keep pushing her through it. My whole mindset is going to say continue forward movement. All I'm going to do is keep her facing in the circle that we want her to go. I'm going to keep looking forward. I'm not going to get too aggravated about it, too upset about it. My goal is to not fight this horse, whether she wants to take control of the situation or not. I'm going to try and get her off balance a little bit by the turning. Here we go. And I'm going to keep forward. She's going to realize she can't win these battles as much as she'd like to try to. Okay. I didn't want to canter yet, but she's got energy, so let's go ahead and do it. She's going to try kicking out a little bit here, maybe rearing up. We'll see. Now, does that mean she has a rearing problem or a bucking problem? No. You know what she has? An attitude problem. People need to understand what problems horses have. They need to understand what their horse is going through. Oops. Steer, that was bad steering on my part. You canter just horribly, don't you? Not concerned. We're just going to go ahead and let her keep going forward, even though she's cross-firing and she feels ungodly uncomfortable. It's actually more work for her to keep this up, to keep cross-firing like this, where she's on one lead in the front and one lead in the back. Now she switched and she's going to make it harder on herself. There we go. The only way around attitude is to go straight through it, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm okay with what she's giving me here. I'm going to make it a little wider here. Go around our little bridge. I'm going to go ahead and give her a little bit more open room to move out. But I don't want to fight her. All I'm doing is working on making sure she goes forward and steers. But going back to the whole attitude issue, she's a fun one, isn't she? Going back to the whole attitude issue, you have to understand what your horse is giving you. She's just giving me pure, unadulterated attitude. And so it's going to come out in many options. Like I said, people think that they have a bucking issue or a rearing issue. All it really is a horse that has high energy and has either attitude or fear. We'll take that for now. Not where I'd like it to be, but for now we'll just go with it. Now we need to go ahead and get rid of some of this, all this energy. Running back to the gate again, not a big deal. The humans have created the issue that we're having today. We have been the ones. Now I don't want her shying the whole time. We can't work if she's shying the whole time. It's all right, kick dirt on the door. Realize it might cave in on you. You never know. There you go. Take a look at it. It's not going to kill you. Good. Just let her look. She can have all the time in the world if she wants to look at it. You want to go up and sniff that barrel? I know you're not afraid of barrels. Good. There you go. Nope, we're not going anywhere yet. I didn't say you could leave. It's my decision to leave. So the wind's kind of banging the door a little bit. You might be able to hear it on the TV, I don't know. But the wind's banging the door a little bit, and that could be the reason for her fear. But I also think she's making it up just a hair bit. And what I mean by making up, again, I think she's got a ton of energy in here. And this is good for you guys to kind of see. She's got a ton of energy, but I want you to know we're going to be working her mind, not trying to run it out of her. Notice I'm doing a lot of trotting, because trotting is the gait that'll really help control the mind and work on the mind here. Now, as she's trotting with a very short stride, very short step. And I'd like to elongate that step. I changed direction here because she's just wanting to go farther and farther down to the gate. But I'm going to ask her to move forward in this trot. There we go. She's got to loosen her body up a little bit. Just got to loosen that up. Not afraid of that door with 2 barrels, are you? Stay out here. She's really not afraid. She just doesn't want to work. No worries. There we go. So this trotting helps change their mind. Again, if you remember what we did in the groundwork, we said the more you push a horse, the more they actually want to slow down. So this is what I want to fix first. I want to fix her will to run back to the gate so much. I want to fix her will to be so balled up with energy, but she's not balled up like she's trying to run off. She just wants to kind of explode in a different way with attitude and so forth. There's a nice feeling trot right there for about 3 strides. Now she's steering, really cutting the corners in, and all I'm going to do is hold her up. I'm going to teach in the next couple episodes how to get her balance better. Half the reason for horses that go fast is either because of their mind being excited or their body being off balance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring her down here to the right. She wants to pull so much coming in. Ask her to go again. Got to move out a little bit. Move out, push forward. Push forward. Your steering is less than impeccable. She's coming away from the door, but notice this time, I don't know if you could see from your angle, notice this time, she really wasn't shying from the door. She's just trying to get back towards the gate. I'm going to just turn her early. Really work on this. Well, that was fun. Let's go ahead and go faster. And the reason we're going to do that is because this attitude we got going on here has got to change. That's her last warning that I'm not going to get harsher about it. Next time I'm going to get harsher. And I'm going to do something about it. Now I'm going to turn her. I'm going to make her work a little bit. Come on. Come on. I'm going to do a little thing here. Come on. I'm going to do a little thing here of a figure 8. I'm changing up what I'm doing because I need to go ahead and fix this attitude right away. I know we're going to look like a drunk. It's going to be ugly for a minute, but this will be real good for her attitude. I wanted to work on the steering, but I got some bigger problems at hand. Atta girl. Come on. This will be a real eye-opener for her. Nope, you got to turn and you got to go. This is really good exercise for leads, learning leads. I know this is going to be ugly for just a second, but this will really help with the attitude. So notice in my training, notice I changed up. When I noticed something wasn't going right. She started getting through her attitude a little bit, but then she put up that one last middle finger that says, okay, I'm done with this. Your quarter's up. Walmart employees, come out here and get this boy off me. Okay? You've got to work. Life sucks sometimes, I can tell you that. Good. Right there I saw for a first glimpse of a little less attitude in the canter. Now was the canter great? No. But the ears were more forward. The body wasn't so, screw you. There we go. That's better. That's better. I'm going to go around one more time this way. There we go. Stay out here. Come on. Stay pushed out. Now she's starting to give me what I would call a working canter. I'm helping her stay a little upright because she dives in a lot. And so I'm trying to help her with her balance to not be so light driving like a motorcycle. So you're going to notice my hands going left and right. My hands are going towards the outside, both of them, towards the outside right out here to help her upright. Then I loosen. And then my hands come to the inside because she's trying to drift out. So then the loose, outside, hold, hold. There, loosen, loosen. I'm going to relax my seat. I'm going to work on that working trot that I wanted to when she did her little thing. Now pay attention. Change direction. Oh, a little softer in the hands. A little softer in the hands, let's see. Softer in the hands again. Excellent. Let's go through here where she really said, screw you. Oh, that's better. Oh, much nicer. More even trot. She's not perfectly slow, but she's a thoroughbred, guys. She's not going to go really slow. But she's a lot softer in the hands. She's got a little bit more even pace to her instead of slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast. I want to say, come on out here. Come on out here. That's it. Make it wider. She's still looking around a little bit instead of paying full attention to me. That's okay. We knew she had kind of ADD of the horse brain. No worries on that. Stay out here, please, though. I want that softer. So you notice me pull and release, and I give her that loose rein. There. Oh, that's much nicer. We're almost done. And we'll find that place to come to a quitting point. I want to go the other way. Make sure she's better this way. Steering's a little better, a little bit, still a little stiff to the right. Steering's much better. Let's see how she does. Whoop, steering's not so good there. Let's see how she does around this door. If she really takes it and gets scared. Looking at it a little bit, but better. Much better. I'm going to relax my seat and offer her to walk here. Relax my seat. I'm not going to pull on her, no pulling. Let her come down. I'm going to bring her around here and ask her. She kind of had a real slow down to the walk there. All right, I'm going to let her walk and relax out here. She just gave me a nice big shake, relaxing shake of her whole body. I like when a horse does that. Hey, steer. I don't expect the steering to be perfect right now. I don't expect her to be everything be perfect, but I'm going to reward her for giving me some good things. Some of the good things she gave me, she started working through that attitude. She started working and moving forward. She started not pinning her ears back so much, and we started working on some softness in her face. And so this is a good place to quit. This is a really good place that she says, you know what, I gave you something, don't push me more, I'm not going to give you any more. So one of the things I want to do is I'm going to just come down to an end here and let her realize that she did something well, and then we're going to bring her out again for the next show. We are going to try and ride her maybe a time or two before. but I will let you guys know come the next episode. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you right here next week on Advantage Horsemanship TV. Thank you so much.